there is still a serious gap in the digital inclusion of people, especially between generations. And certainly also, not everywhere the infrastructure is available that would allow this. So systematically, a large number of people simply do not have the same level of access to employment opportunities than they would have had 50 years ago. So the situation has become worse, I think. If I only look at the official Eurostat statistics, 78 million people in Europe are living in poverty or are at risk of poverty. That on a European population of 450 million, how many are we? It's a substantial percentage. Also, if you then consider that 1 in 5 children in Europe is living in poverty or in a situation of social exclusion, and those children will not have the same access to, for instance, education systems or to even to e-inclusion skills or e-skills that their generation contemporaries in other countries or in other situations would have, then we do have a serious problem in Europe, yes. The innovation, the true innovation, is not only about educating and about skilling up people in order to improve their employment. I picked up here some interesting brochures about a topic that interests me very much. That's the topic of e-health, for instance. More and more people are also, I mean, our social protection systems simply cannot cater for the growing demand of long-term health care of people who are chronically ill and who either have to stay in an institutional care situation, which is costing a fortune for them as well as for the social protection system that has to cater to their needs. But it's also not the required setting. Now, with the new technologies that we have available, you could perfectly cater for these people through home care systems and through technological systems that help to monitor them, and thereby seriously reduce the cost to the system as well as the, let's say, the emotional impact of not being at home when you're care needy. NGOs like Caritas are on the ground, on the grassroots level, in touch with people who are long-term unemployed, who are terribly socially excluded. You could even think of especially systematically excluded groups like migrants, like Roma. But these people are often very long-term unemployed, and their only chance of getting any reasonable opportunity to be employed is by upskilling. Often this happens in rural areas where there used to be agricultural workers, and because of even due to EU enlargement, their agricultural system has collapsed. Or their industrial jobs have disappeared, and they need to upskill in order to increase their chance of finding any alternative employment, which often also means that they have to move house or move location. And Caritas organizations and other social NGOs are accompanying these people in this process, are running special services to help them acquire those skills in order to empower them to find that alternative employment and thereby negotiate their own way out of poverty and out of exclusion.